Alright. Bet. Finally, a fucking decent camera angle. But either way, though, yeah, we're gonna be, and I'm sorry, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna be reacting to a video by Professor Lando. You know, you gotta go back to school type shit. And also, the video title is Robot Girls Explained. Wow, that was an awkward intro that I've ever done. Maybe that's because I'm excited because of this new angle. I know, no decent lighting or whatever, but
when it comes to gooning, the creativity of the individual is not something you should underestimate. That is, people goon to almost anything you can think of. Like...
Yeah, I know a person that gooned using butter. I'm not joking. I am not joking, gang. I'm not joking. I wish I was joking. I wish I was like just spitting some shit out of my mouth. No, gang. Like, swear to God, I know somebody that uses food from their own parents' refrigerator to goon. People be weird out there, gang. Like, you'll never know who's doing what behind closed doors.
Horses, battleships, men, and as time passes and the list continues, the more creative it gets. So why stop at flesh and blood when there's a whole world of objects to explore? Objects like cold hard steel, nuts, and bolts. What are we learning about today? Robots.
Oh, I forgot the video was even about robots, gang. I just thought about gooning. I don't know. No, I'm not saying I wanted to goon. I just thought about we're talking about gooning for whatever. Don't judge me.
Now, robot girls have appeared throughout media with examples like Edie from Mass Effect, the
Goonbot gang? Like, what the hell was I looking at? Nah. No. Also, I am concerned about the future of humanity. Like, these companies keep on building, robots, some high-tech robots, especially China, you feel me? It'll, maybe by 2040 even, or by 2030, let's say 2030, we will be living in Detroit Becomes Human. Was that the name of the video game? Detroit Becomes Human? I think it was, but you know what I'm trying to talk, what the heck? You know what I'm talking about though.
twins from Atomic Heart, Aegis from Persona, and Karen from SpongeBob Square.
My favorite game franchise of all time, Persona. Persona 3, Persona 4, Persona 5. Nah, Persona 3 Reloaded, in which it's I think the remastered version, Persona Golden, there's more content. Persona 4 Golden, and then Persona 5. Okay, let me stop talking about Persona. Persona's the best game franchise of all time, though.
These robotic characters are not only popular for their source material, but also for how goonable they are. And in this lesson, I want to answer the question of
who the hell
why? Why do people want to give these robots more than one kind of nut? But you might be wondering, Professor Lando, isn't it a little unethical to be treating these characters like this? After all, don't they possess some human-like qualities? Well, I believe the key thing here is that robots lack a true human mind and intelligence. They don't have a soul, so we shouldn't fear mistreating.
You're giving people ideas. I feel as if somebody heard what I said before, and yeah, I know I gave somebody the hopes of what's to come in the future, futuristic android girls, whatever, right? Now somebody may think what if I do some freaky stuff to this robot? I feel as if, you just gave somebody an idea and I don't feel good about it.
Any more than we fear mistreating some robot like the one that brings you your drinks at the revolving sushi bar and it has a little face and plays music. Well, maybe that sentiment isn't enough for you. Maybe you need a little more proof. Well, we have a test for that. The Turing test, which describes a methodology used to determine if a machine or robot can demonstrate human-level intelligence, creativity, and most importantly, self-awareness. So why don't we perform a Turing test of our own? I'm going to ask my robot a simple question, but one that definitely will...
Hey, first question. Can you goon? Oh yeah, yeah. We had to take your hands off, but like, or remove your hands, but like, do you have a? Yeah, I'm trying to be family friendly today. I'm sorry, but do you have a?
requires a human-level intellect to answer. All right, Goonbot, I want you to answer one question for me. Is liking femboys gay?
Yes, it is gay. Because Astolfo is a man.
See, students, this is what I'm talking about. These machines, robots, are no smarter than your toaster. Any rational human being would easily be able to deduce that liking femboys is in fact not gay.
I gotta know though. Does somebody watching this, like, is somebody who's watching this into fanboys? I just gotta know. I just gotta know. Also, I've never seen the appeal. Like, yeah. They do look. I don't want to sound gay, but yeah, but at the same time, it's like, gang, I don't know. Or maybe I've never seen the appeal. I don't know. What am I even saying though? Ooh, I stand corrected. The Goomba got hands, gang. Ooh, okay, whatever.
Hey, give me
My
that.
star.
No, buddy, these are gold stars. Only for real
Why the
humans.
fuck did you have to snatch
not
it
for
that way?
robots.
Nah.
Gold stars for real people with real
Give it
human
back.
minds, okay?
Nah.
You get it?
Not for robots.
But give it
So
back
we've
though.
touched on a slew of characters up to this
Nah.
point. Sorry, robots, but you might be wondering, Professor Lando, there's so many different terms. Robots, robot girls, androids, clankers, machines. What exactly is...
Clankers. That's one of the most weirdest names I've ever heard in my life, because it sounds like you're talking about a goonbot, basically. Like, or a bot that, or android, I don't know, like, yeah, bot or android, whatever the hell you want to call it, that cracks other bots. Something like that. I don't know. Like, that's the first thing I think of. Or, like, that was the first thing that I thought of when I first heard this word. Another thing that I thought of, because my mind was at two places at the same time, was a busted up robot, in which I think that's what a clanker, I don't know.
difference. Next, let's take a look at a model that better visualizes what I'm talking about. With research that was sponsored by the time travel strategy RPG Reverse 1999, this model is the scale of clankification. On this side of the spectrum, you have a 100% machine in appearance. And on the far end of the opposite direction,
Nah, why the hell did I think about the crikification? Crazy. But I do blame Instagram. Like, everything is kirkified over there. On my account, everything is kirkified, gang. So, if I see you in my account, gang, you might as well, like, I know that you're, like, what? Oh my god. I know that you're kirkified too. And if I see your friend Your friend is Kirkafah too, gang. I don't know what the hell is happening.
Direction, you have seemingly a human made of flesh and blood. And as you can see, as we go from this side to the other, you see a decrease in human elements and an increase in more robotic features. On this end of the scale of clinkification, you see a human, flesh and blood, mortality, but maybe most importantly, some kind of soul. And next, this is 2B from Nier Automata, an android with robotic origins and internal parts, but on the outside, very human. And if you weren't familiar with the character, you might assume that she was, in fact, a human. Next, we have Lucy from today's sponsor, Reverse 1999. And here we see perhaps the best example of a transitionary point on the scale of clinkification, because her body...
Hold on. Before people start making jokes about, oh, bro can't be, like, bro is invisible. You know, the background is dark. Bro is invisible. Might as well move up to the window. All right, my children. I am still black. Okay. Good.
is literally part human and part machine, almost split down the middle. And since Reverse 1999 is known for its retro-futurist visual language, Lucy's body reflects that sort of gritty, mechanical aesthetic split with her human half that invokes a bit of intrigue in the viewer. It's the spectacle of the warm human elements mixing, clashing, and ultimately settling with the cold robotic features. And through all these examples, we see that contrast, especially with the next character on the list, the ballerina twins from the series Atomic Heart. As you can see, the twins' most striking feature is the lack of a face, with a cold steel plate in the place of where eyes, nose, or lips ought to be. They have a
That is the scariest thing I've ever seen. And, you know, if ever they decide to create these, I know that I have to run for my life, gang. Or, I don't know, gang. I gotta be heavily equipped. You cannot tell me that screams friendly. That does not scream, oh, I am a friendly robot. No. That looks like it's about to try and, I don't know, conquer the world. That is scary. This is scary, honestly. And if you're into this, then I gotta question what type of person you are. Because there is no, it's like I'm looking at a mannequin, honestly. But the worst part is, this mannequin can move now. In which it's like, oh, damn.
This type of attire, invoking a leotard that a ballerina might wear, while their overall retro-futurist look invokes the brutalist aesthetic of Russian influence. And it's that exact aesthetic that allows the twins to mesh so well with a character like Lucy and her world in Reverse 1999 on the scale of clinkification. And I'm sure that the more intellectual scholars here in the class have already done their research on these two twins, but the crossover...
I gotta call it out. This is the smartest way to you know, transition into a sponsor. If you haven't if you cannot tell already, yeah, we're at the sponsor segment of the video. Cause like, bro, this nigga did it smoothly too. I could not tell up until he was at the, you know, like the I think the second or the third robot, and I was like, this nigga, this grimy ass nigga. But like, yeah, that's smooth as fuck.
That Atomic Heart is having with Reverse 1999 introduces a never-before-seen look for the two twins, transforming their usual cold appearance into an elegant, more sensual display, with a garment inspired by Tchaikovsky's ballet.
Ah, God,
ballerinas, I think. Next up on the scale, we have Eve from Wall-E. Note, an even sharper drop-off in human qualities. We lose the humanoid silhouette, but there is still some sort of vague personhood there with the arm flaps.
There isn't. That looks like my trash can, gang. Like, there isn't. No, no, you cannot convince me otherwise. That looks like a trash can. First of all, a trash can with arms or something like, or a flippin' tripod, like a weird tripod. You feel me? I don't know. Like that doesn't scream human to me. The previous ones, the mannequin looking ones, okay, at least. This doesn't scream human at all.
Head with two eyes. And at the far end of the scale, you have Machine with GLaDOS from Portal, her form being so foreign to something humanoid that it is somewhat difficult to even recognize where top or bottom might begin on her so-called body. In all these cases, the common feature of every example on the
That is something I'm expecting to be mounted up at some weapon store wall or something, you feel me? And maybe they should start mounting those in jewelry stores or something, like, you feel me? If you try to steal some jewelry, gang, because you know that shit is expensive as hell, then you get BB bullets, like, you know, like rubber bullets, basically. Because nobody has to die in the process. You just gotta learn your lesson the hard way. Through pain. You know, yeah. I don't know. What am I even.
scale is the contrast between the unique appeal that machines have with the beauty of human-like emotion clashing and meeting with the ethereal nature of a robotic chassis. So let's revisit this question. Why exactly do we like robots?
Gooning!
Let's go back at these two examples from earlier.
Oh shit. The first robot reminds me of that statue that Mike Goat the Weekend usually has in his concerts. I gotta go to a weekend concert at some point in my life. Weekend concert, Joji concert, Playboy Cardi concert. You feel me? Like, you feel me? You wouldn't understand.
Lucy and the twins from Reverse
Red Wimps concert, Ano concert, Fujikaze concert. May, life gonna be lit.
1999's crossover with Atomic Heart. Note that this is Lucy's true, fully robotic android form compared to the half humanoid form shown earlier. And similar to the ballerina twins, you see the removal of humanoid facial features. No human skin, no warmth, and yet attractive. And the question is, why?
I will not lie to you. How like the build? Okay, I hear you, but still, I wouldn't want myself near that thing because I would die, honestly. But I hear you. I hear you. I guess. But there is no way in hell. There is no way in hell you think that was. Yeah, I'm judging you, nigga.
The uncanny valley, a concept initially proposed by the Japanese roboticist Masahiro Mori, that describes a feeling of revulsion or eeriness in entities that are not human, such as robots, but have a certain threshold of human resemblance. So by all accounts, we should be repulsed by the idea of robots attempting to mimic humans or have human-like qualities. But I believe these robots turn the uncanny valley on its head for the opposite effect. With these characters in particular that we've been talking about, it is the lack of a face that is so appealing, and this is not a new phenomenon either. Monster girls have a similar appeal in turning a non-conventional things, in this case something that should be scary, like a monster, into an object of desire. With robots, it isn't fear.
Yeah. There's a lot of weird shit, but honestly, the whole monster girl or furry bullshit, I'm letting that slide. Like, I understand, twin. I understand, twin. Even though we're not in the same boat, but like, I understand though.
But utility that is being objectified. For a human to be treated in an intimate scenario by a faceless automaton can be a sort of a thrill. to be treated like a slab of meat
It'll kill
on the
you.
assembly line by your
That's the
robot
thing, it'll
overlord.
kill you, you'll
And that's
die.
why the brutalist nature of the atomic heart setting and the twin ballerinas are a perfect example of this desire, with their authoritative stance and demeanor placed in the background.
Imagine you're cracking this shit in the future, right? And it malfunctions, and by malfunction I mean, and this is to all the guys, by malfunction I mean your thing gets stuck in there, and I don't know, like it gets snapped off or something. I don't know. I don't know. Am I even overthinking this? But you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it. You feel me?
So, now that we've clarified what a robot girl is, let's talk about why exactly people like gooning to them so much. So, what we
Fucking
have
weird.
here are tools, objects that serve a practical use. And maybe you would feel some sort of sentimentality. Perhaps this is a gift you got from your dad, but otherwise you would feel no real emotional attachment. And the same could be said about robots and androids. Despite their humanoid appearance, these are simply tools, objects for your practical use.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm dark as shit. I know. I know. It is dark as shit. It looks like I got kidnapped by a Russian mob or something. I don't know. But what? Did you expect some fancy lighting? Not over here. That's not what you get over here. You get the bare minimum over here, gang. And yeah.
Or
Whatever.
pleasure. This dehumanization, or perhaps depersonalization of the robots, is what makes it so enticing. The full indulgence without the shame or perhaps self-restraint you would have with another person. Now, whether or not this speaks to some inner darkness or perhaps moral quandary of the human mind and experience, you can't deny that the guilt-free indulgence is part of the appeal. You could even say that, compared with genres like Time Stop, Stuck in Wall, or Hypnosis, that letting loose on a robot or android is a more ethical way of indulging in a guilt-free way. To summarize, you can treat robots with the brutality of a tool, all while being able to indulge in the sensuality of a person. Now, to get a little more insight on the subject, I interviewed artist and animator Sino. Since they're one of the best not safe for work creators out there right now,
Hold
specializing
on.
in it.
I apologize that I'm not even like focused. But shit. Damn. Like, damn. Oh, damn. Nah. Yeah, I suck at trying to set up a lighting. I don't know, like, what the hell do I even do though? Like, do I place it down? Is it? No, it isn't okay. Nope. Looks like I'm about to tell a campfire story. Damn. Wow. Damn. Maybe I should use a phone. This thing over. Oh, just blinded somebody. Okay, maybe this. Maybe this. It'll do.
Non-conventional scenarios and characters like robots, I asked, why do you like robot girls so much? Sino said, I think it is the fact that it's a way to explore new ideas, like different scenarios, unique body structures, and new textures, like metal or silicone or something transparent. The inclusion of robot medium also could greatly exaggerate or alter topics such as affection, domination, submission, or even horror. Like, yeah, crazy woman with a knife can be scary and hot, but a 500-kilogram murder machine can be even more scary, and maybe even more hot. In that way, it is quite similar to the monster girl genre.
Again. And also, I only know of, like the standard anime slash hybrid, like, characters, right? Also, I just remembered that there's like the world of Warcraft type of characters, like type of monster girls. And if you're into that, then ew, first of all, ew. Secondly, Like just GTFO, bruh. Just GTFO. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever.
Thank you again to Sino for sharing your insights on the subject and helping to educate the academics in the class today. Now that we've laid out the groundwork and foundation for what robot girls are and why we like them so much, I want to break it down even more. What makes gooning to robot girls so unique is that it's gore without actually being gore. The physicality
Gore. Out of everything. Gore. Gore without gore. I don't know what you mean. I'm not gonna act like I do. So
of robots, as Sino mentioned, allows
I
for
I just thought of gore, and I'm a weird person for being able to watch gore, but sometimes I cannot take it. Like, I don't know.
a creativity in the types of scenarios that they can be put in. For example, they have detachable limbs, rotating torsos, and a slew of other attributes.
Oh, on some Lego type shit. Right, on some Lego type shit. Okay, okay. Gore without gore. Okay. Being able to remove certain body parts without the, scary blood, like just gushing. I don't know. What the hell am I even saying? What the hell am I even saying? But like, you know what I'm trying to say though. Like that weird part. My God, I fucking hate the lighting over here, dog. Man. One day things will be better. One day. We just gotta dream.
Make them unique, such as transforming. Again, a way to understand this is that robots are a way to enjoy gore without actually experiencing the gore. It's a more palatable way of mixing body horror, again, with things like detachable limbs, rotating torsos, and the such, with pleasure. Now, if you're having trouble visualizing this comparison, I'll give you this example. Try to imagine a robot without its arms and legs on top of a workbench. Cables
Hold on, I got
strewn
you,
about,
twin.
maybe it's plugged in, charging, almost like the scene of a PC workstation. Obviously, there is no blood or flesh anywhere on the workbench, but you can see how this does mirror some sort of amputation fetish to a degree. Now, you're not Hannibal Lecter here, there's only machine parts, but maybe.
What concerns me though, and I know it has nothing to do with robots, is that people enjoy watching gore or amputated human being or some disgusting, violent stuff. Yeah,
If Hannibal Lecter wanted to his
and I know you're like me. I know you are like me, gang. You have friends that enjoy watching this shit. Yeah. Or maybe you are that type of person who enjoys watching it. Because, I don't know though.
poster, less sadistic, but
This, I'm sorry for pausing a lot. Jeez, but like, this is freaky though. If you gotta think about it. Like, okay, I don't need to explain, but
perhaps still a little macabre. Robot girls as horror. Now, we've implied this throughout the entire lecture, but let's make it clear. Fear is a big part of what makes robot girls so attractive. And why is that? Robots in media are often depicted as being strong, being cold and unfeeling, and also wanting to.
man, I don't know if it's me, but I think I'm taking a robot in a fight. Even two, gang. Like, I don't know. Those things seem light weighted as hell. So I'm taking a robot in a fight. That I know. I'm not saying I want to fight a robot in the future. Because, like some people be on some. Oh, YouTuber fights robot. Let's see how this goes. Heck yeah. Nigga, I'm beating your robot's ass. You feel me? I'm kicking that thing's ass. Just don't give it weapons though. Do not give it weapons like knives, saws, guns.
Dominate. And this fear and horror can manifest in more nuanced ways, such as danger. Here we have a popular meme when it comes to robot girls, specifically in the context of gooning. Here you can see a warning sign and the image of a hand being crushed in between two gears or cogs with the warning, do not fist.
Hold on,
and
dog. I said pause. The fuck? But you just gotta think. What if? And I'm sorry, it's a lot of what ifs in this video, but like, or not. It's not even a what if. Like, what do you do if you nut on that thing many times? How do you clean it? Or does it have some containment area where it contains your nut, and then you just gotta, take that shit out, throw it out, and I don't know.
Android girls. The implication here being that a person's lust for the robot would be so uncontrollable that they would risk danger. I really like this meme because it hits the three main reasons why people like robot girls that we went over. The depersonalization of robot girls as tools or machinery, the danger and fear aspect with the implied bodily harm, and the creativity in imagining the android's body as an object of lust and linking it with this industrial warning sign format. And just remember,
That's a crazy way to place it on the table. You're trying to give it back shots. That's the craziest thing I've seen today.
these things, they're not human. They can't feel, they're just tools, objects for your desire. So nothing.
I fear that in the future we'll have humans like these. And whatever, bro. Whatever. I don't think it'll be a crime. I definitely think it'll be a crime. I think. I don't know. But fuck. I feel as if this will create more rapists. If not lessen them.
Worry about.
I thought that was like some creative CGI. Maybe no, it isn't. Not. It's not CGI. But that's cool as shit, though. Hold on, let me go back up, though. This is some shit I'm into, like, honestly. Like stars, like stargazing, or like space in general. Like, I'm into space a lot. As a kid, I wanted to be like, I don't know, I just wanted to work for NASA. Up until I was like, nah. I want to do other things. So, here I am doing other things. Yay! I'm kind of sad though. Alright. Yeah, that was about it. Professor Lando. Oh my god, what the hell is that? Prophecy. Wow, that's a crazy handle. That is a crazy handle. Whatever though, you feel me? Yeah, Robot Girls Explained. And hopefully, you took something from this video and you know that, damn, bruh, I'm not cracking a robot ever in my life. Just because, Korea said so. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not forcing anybody to not do that, you feel me? Definitely do not come near me though. But other than that though, you feel me? Yeah, it's dark as fuck outside right now. Like, it's dark as fuck. Like, you feel me? Can you see me? No, you cannot. And people gonna start making jokes like, yeah, damn, I cannot see him in the dark. Oh shit. Damn, that's tough. But either way though, okay, this is kind of sexy, I'm not gonna lie. But either way though, hope you enjoyed, you feel me? And you know what to do, like sub, like type shit, all of that. And yeah, I'm happy. This this day was the worst day of my life because I wanted to take a shit at school. You feel me? I had stomach issues, but now I'm happy because of my camera angle. Like finally, I could, I can, like, I don't know, like my ring light thingy is broken, so I could not fix it up until I forced it to be this way. It doesn't work, so that's why there wasn't any lighting, and I'm using whatever the hell that is. Enjoy your day though, you feel me? Enjoy your day. Tired.